My name is Vasudha Vachu and I am the Managing Director of Jamsegatsal Children's Community. I have been living here for the last 7.5 years and I am pleased to say that this is a community of very responsible, very environmentally responsible young adults. In a recent student-led initiative, our children have brought the whole community together in a very organic and light-hearted manner to do a deep cleaning once a month, which would usually be a very mundane and boring activity. Through this, our children have raised our awareness of what we are bringing into the community, how we are using it, and how we can increase its lifespan. In this, our children have become our teachers to show us that how small changes can lead to a big impact.
When you live in a remote place which has very little access to a lot of necessities, that itself teaches us interdependence. The essence of interdependence we realize when we live in a community, because we can see our actions manifesting into consequences right in front of us. Wherever we see, we realize more and more how each of our lives are connected by something. That's how we came to realize our biggest challenge, waste. That's when I and other teachers decided to do something about it, and we came up with Project Earth. We got all the students together to do an orientation workshop to create awareness on the effects that waste, especially plastic, has on our environment. From there, we chose our core members of Project Earth, who would be student ambassadors of the vision. Our team supported Lobsang at the time he was a school captain who wanted to address issues of waste management. As a community, we decided to clean our campus and beyond every last Saturday of the month. Our team included every child and adult who recovered trash from different areas.
Sorry. It's bad, right?
We engaged the whole community regularly till we started seeing initial signs of decline in our stray waste. We shared the data with the whole community to make them aware of just how much waste we are producing. After that,
we are making a waste segregation dustbin.
As you can see that people have washed their waste and now they have laid it out to dry. So after this, after it's all clean and dry, they will be putting it in our waste segregation dustbin where it can be recycled again.
after a successful run of the prototype bins, we then bought HDPE dustbins for our entire community.
These are the segregation bins. This is the bin where we store plastic of number 1, 2, 4 and 5. We wash, dry and store plastic in this bin. This is the bin where we store metal and glass. We wash, dry and store metal and glass in this bin. This is the bin where we store paper, cloth and shoes.
The plastic goes for recycling. The metal, we send it to scrap dealers. The glass doesn't have solution, so we sometimes may use it as water bottle. The cloth is used for repairing mattresses. The clean papers are used in vermicompost and sometimes we make paper mache.
Slowly, we started building a culture of right livelihood and sustainable living through zero waste practices and mindset. We started seeing changes in choices, from children to adults, from department to community, from individual to collective. What we buy, how we buy, and what do we do after we are done using it? These are some of the questions that we started asking ourselves.
at ko म्हणजे sina at ko bodol na sina at ma bast sharam ne na ti at ko sina at ko bodol sina at ko 지금 그리고 또 제가 카이마레 오늘은 시비고 오늘은 좀 아무나 공 보시면 알게.
Small things that we talked about, and those are going to make a big difference. And we must believe things that we talked about, and we need to make this community zero waste.
Recycling this cardboard, and from this like old cardboard I'm making furniture. Like if I remove the table, it will become bed.
Ijuga ana utna chala mogo sakpire oya use atongla na music na oya recycle na ekshipashin.
I joined Project Earth because I like to spend time with nature, and I took workshops of my younger brother and sisters to use how to use Tetra packs and to plant saplings in it.
मैं 2016 में आया 4 से 5 साल हो गया पहले हम इधर कचरा बहुत जलाता था अभी तो रीयूज हो रहा है तो हम लोग कम जलाना पड़ रहा है जैसे स्नैक्स में हम लोग पहले बाजार से लेके खिलाते थे लेकिन अभी खुद बना के खिला रहे हैं हलवा और चने ये टीवी का पुराना डिश है जो हमने हमें मिर्ची सुखाने का टेबल एक बना दिया और पनीर का डब्बा जो इसको मग बना दिया और ये कंस्ट्रक्शन टीम किचन टीम मिलके ये जैसे ये टमाटर का क्रेट तेल का टीना आटे का प्लास्टिक तेल का चाकिन को हमने कुछ पौधे लगा दिया और ये पैकेज आता है प्लास्टिक का तो इसको हमने ग्रीन हाउस बना दिया और ये जैम का बोतल है तो हमने पानी पीने के लिए बना दिया है
So the concept of recycle that we used even in sports, especially football when our training, for the kids. When I do training with the kids, right? Because of lack of resource in terms of material as well as financial. So what we did was we used old tins. There are paneer tins or vegetable meat tins. So we use these and we color it and use it as an alternative for the cone, right? So if we mark all this, what do you call that? Usually we use cone for marking and for drills, and not only just cones, but we also use for training we need ladder for the food exercise. So we came up with the ladder by taking out ropes, right? And then there are a lot of sticks, so we actually made ourselves like a proper ladder. And yeah, so these are a few things that we used in our sports which you can say that it's part of recycle.
हम लोग फैमिली हाउस में जो ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट हो जाते हैं वो हम लोग कंपोस्ट के लिए यूज़ करते हैं और हम लोग कंपोस्ट जो हम लोग गार्डन में यूज़ करते हैं और दूध का पैकेट जो हम लोग सेपलिंग करते थे और ये गार्डन में हम लोग ट्रांसप्लांट कर देते हैं
मेरा फैमिली में जो जैम की बोतल और हनी की बोतल सब हम लोग दोबारा यूज़ करते हैं उसको तो उसको जैम की बोतल जो हम लोग उसमें सीड को स्टोर करते हैं और उसमें पिकल बनाना ये सब रीयूज़ करते हैं तो इसके बाद और ये हनी का बोतल को जो हम लोग ग्लास की तरह यूज़ करते हैं उसके पानी रख के पानी डाल के पीना तो और ये जो प्लास्टिक वगैरह आते हैं हम लोग यहाँ पे कम्युनिटी में बहुत प्लास्टिक होते हैं तो प्लास्टिक को हम लोग उसको धुला के धो के सुखा के इसको रीयूज़ करते हैं मार्केट में जब मार्केट में हम लोग जाते हैं तो उसी प्लास्टिक को लेके तो वहाँ पे जो कुछ सामान वगैरह वही प्लास्टिक में डाल के लेके आते हैं तो इसके बाद उसी को लेके हम लोग बच्चों को हम लोग अपने फैमिली के बच्चे को एग्जाम्पल सिखाते हैं.
Hi, this is the English classroom, and there are a couple of things here which we have upcycled and recycled. So to begin with, these are 2 old punctured tires, and we've converted them into tables using some waste wood. The kids helped me to make this, right? This one is a torn football. I think it's a volleyball, and kids usually use this to play with pebbles, or there are some things here that kids usually play with. So this stays here. These are actually packaging materials used for, I think these were for laptops, which we got a couple of years ago. So the kids wanted to use these first to make cushions, but right now they're using it just as seats in the sitting area. The next one is a milk carton that we have opened out here, and it's being used as a softboard where we've just stuck some coats in the glass. What you see here is actually a paneer tin and mushroom tin. So these have been used as sketch pen holders right now. What you see here is a scale holder. This thermocol piece was used as some form of packaging, and it has a little cavity here which holds all the scales. So this is again something for the children. This box that you can see here is actually a Kellogg's box. So it has been repurposed into a stationery box for the children. And it flips open like this. These are some of the alcohol bottles which we found during a cleanup. Right, so the children brought them back, and these have been converted into flower holders. What you see on top of this glass are actually made out of chips packets and biscuit packets. So children actually washed those packets, cut them into several tiny pieces, and stuck them on this for a decorative effect.
When we have guests over, we share our practices and support them if their intentions and motives align with us. Eric and Margaret from the Athenian school received the same support when they wanted to help us clean a nearby tourist location.
The modern way is to say reduce, reuse, recycle. But my grandmother said something different. She said, use it up, make it do, or do without. And much the same thing. These are not new ideas. But these young people today are doing amazing things by learning that and living it.
At the time, Ananya Agrawal, a Lakpar project leader, joined hands with us, and we found more solutions for the waste to be washed, dried, and stored. Through her guidance, the collected waste was used for art, science, and craft projects during Lakpar classes.
These are all your notebooks that you finished? All yours? Whose? Oh, sister and brothers? They wasted a lot of notebooks, right? I think they wasted a lot of notebooks, right? But you reuse it.